Okay. In today's modern landscape of the internet, most likely you're going to be spoiled on something if you're chronically online like me. Usually it deals with video games, or movies, shows, even literature, or even like picture books or graphic novels, or manga. Yes, you can even be spoiled about picture books that were meant for children. Y'all ain't never experienced ABCs again or the same when you've been spoiled on what comes after the X. You'll never understand this shit. Nah, but that I don't even know why I fucking did that random shit. But the whole point is that it's kind of hard to experience most things without being spoiled if you're chronically online. Like with Undertale being a big example for me, back when I was younger and Undertale was very popular on YouTube, or like the game was really popular from like 2016, 2017. It's still popular now, but I mean like back then, there's a fuck ton of videos, like a huge ass influx of videos about Undertale. And I ended up watching a couple of them, and I ended up learning about the 4 routes you can take in Undertale, how to get the true pacifist, neutral, genocide, pacifist route, where if you've already done a genocide, then trying to do a true pacifist, but then, you know, at the end, you get the X'd out faces on the picture frame, and then Kara's in there. So that whole thing. I want to say it might have ruined my experience with Undertale, because I honestly wanted to experience it. Well, now that I'm older, I feel like I wanted to experience Undertale without any spoilers, without knowing that there's different routes, and seeing what I would do. Whether I would do a random, like a regular neutral route where I just kill some monsters and then find out later on that you weren't supposed to, or would I have done a genocide route? Would I have done like a pacifist, like, yeah, a regular pacifist route where you do genocide then pacifist? Or would I have done true pacifist without realizing it? Because I feel like if I were to play Undertale back when I didn't know anything about it, I probably would have treated it like most Pokemon games where you're supposed to grind EXP. But I probably wouldn't have done a genocide route though. I feel like I probably would have learned about sparing monsters, but most likely later on in the game, and then try to redo that and then end up with like a true pacifist, but with some of the I don't know if you would call them boss fights. I guess you can call them boss fights, but with most of the boss fight monsters being revived, because, you know, I probably might have killed them once. Also, for the fact that I didn't know that you were supposed to give Undyne water. It wasn't until I saw like a random Twitter post about it, and then I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then when I actually played through Undertale, and I did a true pacifist, it felt weird. I could not bring myself to kill Torio, bro, or Papyrus. Undyne is more of a maybe, and I feel like with Asgore, that's also a maybe. I might have killed him. I mean, the fight was honestly all right. At first, I didn't know that you were supposed to fight him. I kept trying to spare him, even though there wasn't a spare button or a mercy button. So then I ended up dying like a fuck ton of time. But the whole point I'm trying to get is that I didn't really get to experience it with a blank slate or like a blank mindset. And I feel like that's the best way to enjoy Undertale, without knowing anything prior to it and just going at it completely blind and learning about all the different hidden details, different stuff that you learn throughout the game. But when I actually played it for myself and experienced some things that I didn't remember, that was honestly cool. Like the fact that when you get the determination game over thing, how when you're told to not give up and stuff like that, it's kind of the same stuff that Asgore told Kara before she died. And I thought that was a cool little detail. And also a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm not trying to get fully into it because I feel like you should experience Undertale for yourself. Hopefully you weren't spoiled about the different routes through this. If you've never played Undertale, I really hope as soon as you started hearing about this shit, you were like, turn this off. I need to go play for myself and experience this shit like he's talking about. And then like something like that. I don't know. I feel like if you're already this far, you already know about the 4 different routes, and a bunch of other shit. But I got off track. The whole point was also for the fact that the whole point of this video is for me to talk about how I want to enjoy Deltarune. So if you don't know what Deltarune is, it's kind of like the second, no, it's not the second game that Toby's made. I think he made the Halloween mod before Undertale, and then Deltarune, so this might be his 3rd game. I consider ROM hacks to be their own separate game, so, but I'm getting too into the semantics. The whole point is that I want to enjoy Deltarune with no spoilers. While I may be chronically online, I have yet to be spoiled about chapter 3 or 4, besides the bosses for them. I know for chapter 3, also if you've only played Deltarune Chapter 1 and 2, and you're waiting for like chapter 7 to release, so then you can enjoy the rest of them, click off. Like, there's gonna be spoilers ahead. I feel like I should have explained that at the beginning. I might put that as a disclaimer. But chapter 3's boss is Tenna, and then also, I don't know what the boss is for chapter 4, but I know the secret boss, but I think it's either chapter 3 or chapter 4, is Gerson. You know, the hammer of justice that says, "I'm old!" And his theme is fucking amazing, bro. Oh my god. It's made me want to play the game so bad just to listen to the theme, but I also have the soundtrack, so I can listen to it whenever I want to. Because I've bought Undertale and the soundtrack separately, and then I bought Deltarune with the soundtrack as a bundle, so I can save $10 on that shit, which you should too, honestly. It's a pretty good game, I've seen. But I haven't played the game yet. I've been waiting because I want to experience the full game front to back with no interruptions. I want to be able to play chapters 1 all the way to chapter 7, but it's gonna take a while. You know, they're working on chapter 5 right now, and then they might release chapter 6 after, or chapter 6 and 7. Oh my fucking god. They might release those last 2 chapters after chapter 5, either separately or together. And it's probably gonna take a while. It probably won't be until like 2029, 2028, 2030. Who knows, honestly. I'm not trying to rush them or say anything bad, but it's like, I do eventually want to experience playing it blind. Well, I won't be able to play chapters 1 and 2 blind because I've seen people play through them, like Alpharad and SaltyDKdan. Chapters 3 and 4, I haven't been majorly spoiled about them yet. So, I mean, there's that. I know about the weird route, and I know about the regular route that you would take. Snowgrave. It's just minor stuff like that. I feel like I have yet to fully experience the game and actually play it, so I'm still kind of going into it with a somewhat blank slate, which is honestly good. I feel like being able to enjoy games without being spoiled is awesome, bro. It's pretty cool. Sorry, I had to say the title of the video, but it's a pretty cool thing, and I feel like everyone should try to enjoy games without any sort of knowledge beforehand about how to play them, or what they are, or the whole entire lore or story behind it. That's the whole reason why I made this video, but it was mainly for me to talk about how, with Deltarune, how I want to wait until chapter 7, hopefully without getting spoiled about any major things that happen. But I like to play through games blindly. Like, I think ever since I watched that one CircleToonsHD video, where he talked about how he played through the entirety of Breath of the Wild blind, I feel like that really inspired me, like when he said to like try out on your own, like, you know, try to play games blindly on your own to see how it feels instead of just searching up guides online or watching a playthrough. Which, there's nothing wrong with watching a playthrough of a game you like, but I would honestly recommend playing the game you like completely blind. It's such a refreshing experience, because growing up I wasn't really that good at games, and I think when I first started searching up gameplays or playthroughs to understand how to finish the game, it was for Poptropica. Who remembers Poptropica, bro? Oh my god, that takes me back. Poptropica was so goated. But my sister searched up Thinknoodles playthroughs at the games, and I was always... No, wait, so before I realized she was doing that, she was able to beat a bunch of the Poptropica islands, and I always asked her how she do it. She never wanted to tell me. So then I found out she was searching up Thinknoodles playthroughs, and then I did too, and I was able to beat some of the islands. But some of the islands I never ended up following the video fully through. I would just watch a certain part I was stuck on, and try to finish the rest of the game on my own, but I constantly kept getting stuck, and eventually I just dropped the game, kind of. The one thing I regret not doing on Poptropica was finishing the story, like the fairy tale storyline, or the fairy tale island. It's basically where you just have to save the princess. And I feel like I watched the whole entire playthrough, but I was still kind of confused on how to beat it. I was like, I think 6. So, you know, I'm not really that developed in my brain, so I was like dumb as fuck. But I really regret not finishing that one. I feel like if I had the chance now, I would definitely, you know, just beat it just because I really wanted to when I was younger. I think the only one that I actually beat without looking at a playthrough was the superhero one. But I mean, that makes sense though. The superpower one was honestly kind of easy. It wasn't as hard of a puzzle as the other islands in my opinion. especially the Greek one. I didn't understand at all how to do that one. I just really wanted to get these thoughts across because, like, even though like my voice may sound fucked up on my throat, I just feel like if I don't now, I'm gonna forget later. And then I hate constantly doing that, where I have like a video idea or like just something I could talk about and I just forget later. But back to the point at hand. But yeah, though, with Poptropica, that's where I first started searching up playthroughs to learn how to play through the game, you know? And eventually it transferred to like Sullypwnz and also Cabana 456. So then I can learn how to play through different Mario games, Kirby games, Sonic games, because I was stuck at a certain point. I never understood how to get through Sonic 3's Carnival Night Zone, and then eventually it took a Sonic Shorts, I think that video, I know, yeah, Sonic Shorts video, I don't remember which volume, but it took one of those, and eventually, you know, when they show that you just have to press up and down on the keypad, the D-pad, whatever you want to call it. Wait. Yeah, it's called the D-pad. Yeah, it's called the D-pad. But you just press the up key and the down key on the ear. Oh my god, on the D-pad, and then you're able to get through that little area, you know. I'm pretty sure some of you who have never really, who just started playing through the game or who have played the game and didn't understand how to get through that part, you've also been stuck there and then you got timed out and died multiple times and having to restart the game. Well, not really restart, but like, you know, start back from the beginning of Carnival Night Zone until eventually you get to that part, because I think it was in Act 2, but I'm really getting off track. But it's honestly thanks to Cabana 456 and Sullypwnz, and also Thinknoodles, that I was able to get through different games like Pokemon, well, also Purplerodri too, like, you know, different Pokemon games, and also like Kirby games, Sonic games, Mario games, because I was always stuck on a certain part and I didn't know how to get through it. And eventually, you know, watching those playthroughs really helped, especially when you were trying to get like not really 100%, but like you know, special items like the star coins and Super Mario Bros. Wii, and well, new Super Mario Bros. Wii, Super Mario Bros. DS, you know, usually they do that. But the thing with it though, at, around a certain point in my life, after I watched that CircleToonsHD video, I realized, why don't I try and give this advice a go, you know? And eventually I ended up playing through, I think, Tears of the Kingdom completely blind, except I got spoiled about, oh yeah, spoilers ahead for those of you who haven't played Tears of the Kingdom yet. It's a really good game and I feel like you should play it if you have, you know, a Nintendo Switch. But spoilers ahead. So the thing with Tears of the Kingdom is I went to try to play the game, like to download it off of the eShop, and then it wouldn't download for some reason, or like the eShop wouldn't open up, so I thought my internet wasn't working. So I went into Splatoon 3, I was about to say Splatoon 3D. So I went to Splatoon 3 to see if my internet was working, and it was. And next thing you know, I see like this, usually people can post stuff on Twitter and it shows up on Splatoon. Splatoon's lobby, not lobby, the, I don't even know what the fuck it's called, the plaza or whatever. Basically, you're able to see other people's art that they post online, and it transfers to Splatoon. Yeah, okay, now I'm remembering. The thing with it though, when I was trying to check if my internet was working by going into Splatoon 3, I saw someone's artwork, but it wasn't artwork. It was basically text, and they had put Zelda's the Light Dragon, and I was so pissed, bro, because I was about to play the game. Well, I was about to download the game so I could play it, and next thing you know, I got spoiled that Zelda's the Light Dragon. So I'm like, this motherfucker, bro. And I wish I had recorded it or clipped it so I could show you, because that motherfucker, bro, I don't remember his fucking username, or their username, my bad. But dude, that shit fucking sucked, because I didn't get spoiled on anything else. I played that shit completely blind, except for knowing that Zelda was the Light Dragon. I never really saw the Light Dragon or knew what the Light Dragon was at that point until the, I think it was the Dragon Tears quest. You know, we have to find all like 9 Dragon Tears or like memories. But yeah, though, you know, that shit sucked that I found that out. But besides that, though, the game was overall really great. I enjoyed it. I played like, I think 200 and something hours before eventually I beat the game. Yeah, I'd even 100% it. I was just fucking around. But overall, it was amazing. Besides me having to search up that one location where I could not find the fucking Zoro, the ancient Zoro mask thing, whatever the fuck it's called. Divine Beast mask. I could not find that shit. I had to search up a guide for that. But besides that though, I played through the game completely blind. I played through Super Mario Wonder completely blind and 100% the game as well, because like sorry, I'm starting to sound really mad, but I was like, just remembering the light dragon thing just made me like just really mad for no reason. But with Super Mario Wonder, as I explained, I 100%ed it, and it was pretty fun, you know, play through it blind. I feel like with those type of games, it's easier to play regardless of whether you look through. No, it's not easier to play. I feel like you can 100% it even without a guide, because like I don't know, you're able to. It's hard to explain. I feel like with platformers, you're able to 100% them unless you you're a little kid. But or it's just very tedious and you don't have the time. A whole bunch of different factors, but you most likely will be able to 100% them. But it's like, I feel like with free roam games like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, while you could 100% it, some stuff may be like you may be completely blind to, or it just may take you a longest time. Okay, so that's about it, honestly. Thank you for watching the video. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I'm not being held by gunpoint to say this, and I'm not being held by gunpoint to tell you to watch my other videos, and also to make this video either. I am not in any danger as of right now. Please like and subscribe.